Let you know that. What do I have no?
Here, don't let me put a shadow. You step forward because I'll be from the light. Ah,
All actually over here is no ball happening.
no ball. Well, now, by now, most people are very much aware of two charity games in the Castle Grounds on St. Stephen's Day in aid of Macroom Senior Citizens Committee. And the first match on the Clár that day, which will be starting at 2:15, is a game between the over 40s living in town, the Macroom Townies, that is the natives, and the Blow-ins team. And two very strong panels have been got together. The game, all players have been given sponsorship cards, and the game has evoked quite a lot of interest. Now, just to get the background to the game and how it all came about, I have here the three men with me here in the hooded cloak tonight. On my right over, extreme right, Frankie Toomey. Next to him, John Shine. They are what we call charitable blow-ins. And here, next to me, Peter Kelleher, looking smug and confident on his own home ground, representing the town team. Well, lads, I'll just put it over to you. Frankie, I'll start over with you. How this game came about?
Well, it started very simply, Brendan, there about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Myself and my two good friends there, Peter and John, we were having a simple conversation one Sunday night, and naturally the conversation was about football. And one word buried there, and the word blow-ins came into it. So we decided that we'd organise a challenge game between the Townies and the blow-ins. Now, myself and John, being two blow-ins and coming from two hurling clubs, Blarney and Harbolug, we decided that we'd play a hurling game. But Peter, being the wise man that he is, shot us down there very quickly. So we carried on from there, and we decided that we would organise a football game. So we sat down and we discussed it, and we contacted the Macroom Soccer Club and also the Macroom GA Club. As you know, they play a charity game on St. Stephen's Day for the last 4 or 5 years, and they were donating that to charity as well. So we contacted both, and we had a meeting a few nights after, and it carried on from there, and we organised it through the help of both of them clubs, and Peter and John and myself. We went ahead and we got these posters printed, and we got sponsorship cards, which we circulated 100 cards out around the town, and we're getting tremendous support with those. I think at this stage most of the cards are full and they're coming back, and people are looking for second cards already. We went ahead and we contacted all the players, over 40 players on both sides, the Townies and the blow-ins. And I must say, in fairness, everybody we did ask, nobody refused us.
Well, no, that's terrific. So, in all, I think you're going to raise quite a sizable sum of money before it's over. John, just going on to do, had you much difficulty in coming up with 20 blow-ins in this town?
Yes and no. Some of the people, probably including yourself, that you're here so long, they were inclined to claim you, but with Frankie's experience, and he's been here much longer than I am, we wouldn't allow that. But then when Frankie and myself got our heads together, and I think Frankie contacted you, and then I think with a bit of help from you, we came up with the A panel. I think if we did a little bit more research, we could have come up with 2 panels.
No, there is a strong rumour circulating around town. I suppose we shouldn't be saying this in front of Peter here because he'd be eavesdropping. The team has been in training very seriously for many weeks now.
That's right, and I mean, if you look at the papers today and the reports in all the local papers, I think we are training, and the commitment. Granted, there were 1 or 2 or 3 missing from the photograph, but they were otherwise engaged in other activities, but still training in their own way.
So like this, they'll be jumping out of their skins by St. Stephen's Day.
Yeah,
Now,
I think so.
just some of the names there, Frank, now that you have on the blow-ins team.
Well, we have in goal Dr. Casey, Dr. Sean Casey. We have Don McMahon, Jim Morris, Sean McSweeney. We have Connie Reardon, Sean White. Ali Ring, Jerry Murray, yourself, of course, Brendan Keneally, Sean Harrington, George Desmond. I suppose I might be giving away too much now.
A frightening list of talent there, Frank Halker. Now, Peter, you're still smiling confidently despite all of this. Now, of course, you had no difficulty whatsoever in getting up a star-studded team.
Oh, no, naturally. Macroom being the home of football, no problem at all.
Was the fact that did all the, we'll say, parents of those playing have to be buried in the old churchyard before they qualified?
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds of incrimination. And you'll notice I'm slightly hoarse, but we trained this evening at 5 o'clock under lights. And just from exhausting my players that I slightly lost my voice, you know.
Well,
I can assure you that on the day, whereas I can name my team, and again, tactics, we'll be very strong up the middle.
And I suppose, can we see like the old traditional Macroom wing play, fast balls up the side and fellas dodging left, right and centre?
Well, let's hope that at least they can twist and turn a bit anyway.
That's right. Well, I think that they might have to. Now, of course, that there is that's the serious note, of course, that it's going to be anything like, let's be serious, anything but a competitive match. It's purely for charity.
I can assure you, Brendan, the one thing that we decided when the issue arose was, even on the day in question itself, number one, it's, as you know, a pure charity effort. It's entirely a friendly game. Frankie and myself have agreed that before we ever go out in the field with the players in question, everybody will be told that it's purely for the sport of it on the day. We want nobody getting injured, nothing happening out the way, and anybody misbehaves will be automatically in the sideline.
Yes, right. Jerry McEntee has not been coaching your team, so.
Pardon?
Jerry McEntee has not been coaching your team?
No, but I'll tell you, I will, when I get the chance, accept my trophy from Mr. Fitzgerald.
Very good. And tell me this, there's also, we have, to cater for all, we have a doctor playing and we have a priest playing, I think, with the town team, and there will also be an undertaker taking, so I think playing, I think you're covering every eventuality.
Well, let's put it this way, you're looking after the doctor and the priest. It looks bad for me, but I have the undertaker on my side.
Well, we'll leave the playing side of it, and I'm sure it'll be very good fun. Again, the game is 2:15, and it's in aid of a very deserving local charity, the Senior Citizens Committee. And now we'll have a few words with members of the Senior Citizens Committee. Match is 2:15. Well, now I have with me here, on my right, Ted Cronin, who is Treasurer of the Macroom Senior Citizens Committee, and on my left, Padro Murphy, who is Chairman. We'll have a word with Ted first. Ted, it must be quite an expensive job to run the Macroom Senior Citizens Committee's activities for a year.
It is, Brendan, but it is amazing how generous the people of the town are. Be it raffles or draws or whatever it is, they always seem to come up trumps. We regardless of the building of the hall originally was Father Cronin, I think, was the chairman, and it was considered a very big task at that stage, and the money came. And then we extended it, and we got the money, and we, since Padjo took over as chairman, we have spent in the region of about 6,000 this year. We improved the central heating, and we put in a new floor, and we redecorated the place, and we put in some new cookie equipment, and the money always seems to come. The people of Macroom are exceptionally good. They're exceptionally good to look after their senior citizens.
That's very good.
Now the GA are coming up trumps out of the blue, and I think this thing is going to exceed all our expectations.
I hope.
I was amused when Frankie Toomey was lining up Dr. Casey and his team. I think he should have him on the sideline. Because after all the festivities, I think that a lot of their players won't be as fit as they think.
You'd be surprised now, Ted. I'm sure you'll be very surprised where these players will line out afterwards.
But it's going to be a good crack anyway.
Tell me, your usual fundraising activities, what would they be, Ted?
Well, our main source of income is bingo. We have bingo once a week. And that is our main source of income.
That would be in the hall below.
In the hall, yeah. That's our main.
And that's open for everybody, is it?
Exactly. That's we have a regular income from our bingo. It's not very big, but it's constant. It's very good. We're very, very grateful to our bingo players.
Very good. And you had a very good social last Sunday?
Yes, in Cool Cower. Very good.
So you're getting ready for Christmas anyway? Good.
Exactly.
Well, now we have a word with Pedro there. Pedro, you were saying there, I think that this particular fundraising venture now is coming at a very good time for you.
Oh, it's coming at an ideal time for us because at present we're planning to build a scheme of houses for the senior citizens, and we have a site lined up across the way from the existing hall, which is ideal because at that present time there are 7 houses at the back of the hall which are all occupied by senior citizens, and if we could get 7 more across the way, we'd have them all together. And to be ideal for them in every way because to be near the kitchen for the meals. We do meals 3 days a week, and we have a laundry there, and chiropodists come once a week to them, and they'd have the bingo then. They'd be all quite close together. To be one happy family within 50 yards of each other, you know.
Yeah, of course, it's an ideal site as well as that is in the centre of the town.
Oh, we were very fortunate to get a site in the centre of the town because, as you know yourself, there's no place available in the town, and you have to go miles outside it to get a suitable site. And outside the town would be no good to us. For senior citizens, they have to be in the level and near the church and near the shops and so on because they're mostly old people and a lot of them quite bad in the walk and so on. And they're near the people, and they have plenty of company around them, which they need, and they have quietness as well, which is very important for them. You know.
So now this scheme house, have you a starting date lined up for it?
Well, we are working on the paperwork into it at present, and we hope to be getting underway around March, April.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck to both of you. I hope that this game will raise a lot of money for it's a very deserving cause. It's going to be spent locally. It'll provide, we'll say, much needed facilities for old people in the town. And it's a great chance, I think, for the GA club and for the soccer club members, and indeed for all those in the town who are interested in sport, to help out and to throw their weight behind. And anybody out there who hasn't been asked for sponsorship yet, you can feel free to come along to Castle Grounds on the day, on St. Stephen's Day. Admission to the game will be free. There'll be a bucket sent around for anybody who wants to make a contribution. To be entirely voluntary. There'll be a bit of good sport and crack, everybody hopes. And as we say, there's a very deserving cause to benefit from it. So thanks very much, lads.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle Grounds, Macroom, on this St. Stephen's Day for the annual charity match for this year Macroom senior citizens. The first game at the Corpus 2 is being noted as the game of the year with over 40 match, the Townies versus the Blow-Ins. This match will be refereed by the Cork senior county coach Billy Morgan. After this match we have the annual match between Macroom GA and Macroom Soccer Club. So now we'll proceed to the dressing rooms where we'll interview some of the players taking part on the over 40s game. The dressing room of the Blow-Ins team, I'd like to talk first to the captain Frankie Toomey. Now Frankie, you played all your hurling and football with Aberlour before you came to Macroom. What do you think of your chances today in this game between the Townies?
I think it's a 50-50 chance, Pat. I think both teams have trained fairly hard and put a great preparation into this game today. I don't think there'll be much at the end of the day between both teams.
Of course, Frankie, you were one of the men who organised this game. It happened to be on Fitz's, I believe, did it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. One night there about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we were just having a simple conversation, and it came up. And as I said before, we contacted both the club, Soccer Club and the GA Club, and we got tremendous support from everybody in the town. It was very easy to organise it, Pat, because everybody gave us tremendous support.
And do you expect to make a lot of money over it, Frankie?
We do, Pat, but as you can see today, it's very bad here in Macroom today. We are depending on a big crowd down here on the Castle Grounds, but it's very wet outside at the moment, and I suppose that will stop a lot of people from coming down.
Right, now we'll go over to a Kerryman here, out in the cock jersey, which the Blow-Ins are wearing. Now, Jim, what do you think of the chance today? The weather is very bad, the conditions will be fairly heavy.
I think, as Frankie said, it's a 50-50. Nobody knows, but I think participation is the main thing, and there's great credit due to the people that set this up and organised it. So I hope that there'll be fruits for the beneficiaries involved.
Now, I go to Brendan Keneally, a man who played his football and hurling with the Bears before he came to Macroom, and with Arbonne, I believe, and also played with Musgrave. Brendan, what do you think of the chances today with the conditions?
Well, I don't think the tension in the dressing room is very, very sharp at the moment. The players are really on edge. Their stomachs are flapping up and down as the masseur is working hard on them. But I would say the spirits, there are plenty of spirits there, no shortage of spirits. and the ground conditions, I'd say, will suit the blow-in style of play. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to play as neat football as the slick townsmen, but I think with the weather conditions as they are now, they'll be slowed down a bit, and I'd say maybe down to our pace. And I think it'll be a dour battle. I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be at least 15 fellas carried off with exhaustion. And I think at the end of the day, it could be a draw.
Of course, even no problems there, because I would think you have a doctor playing goal with you who will be able to sort out your men if you get injured.
Well, we have doctors, priests, dentists, undertakers, the whole wide spectrum. I think all available. I think every eventuality has been covered, and there's also insurance, as far as I know.
Thanks very much, Brendan. That's from the Blow-ins dressing room. We now go over to the Townies dressing room and interview some of the players. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Here now, we have in the dressing room, we have Connie Cronin, who's the president of Macroom GA Club, and Captain Macroom in 1935, I believe, the county championship. Knocky, what do you think of this whole setup here today?
It's great fun. It's going to be great fun, and it's a pity the day is wet. Like, if it was fine, it'd be very nice. But we have to put up the elements. But it'll be great fun. I hope anybody don't get hurt and everything carries off all right. Like, you know.
I think too, Connie, it's great to see that the soccer club and the GA club are coming together here on Stephen's Day and running these games for charity.
Says yeah, the spirit is very high, and the lads are very pleased with themselves, delighted with the turnout, and there's nearly 3 teams there.
Right, now we go to Ned Tucker Casey, who won an Iron Medal with Cork in 1945, and who was incidentally throwing the ball in for the start of the over 40s match today. Ned, what do you think of the setup here now?
Well, I'm thankful to have the privilege of throwing in the ball to this for a good cause, for the senior citizens of Macroom, which they really desire, like to know. Because I mean, the committee of the senior citizens does a hell of a good job for the senior citizens of this town.
Right. Thanks very much, Ned. Have something else to say?
And I hope that we'll get on all right, and we won't say a bit more, and God be with them all outside on the field today.
Thanks very much, Ned. Now, another man here who played with Macroom and who's actually giving us some music at halftime is Pat the Barber. Pat, are you impressed with the whole setup here with this over 40s match? And
I think it's a terrific turnout, like, and it's very spirited carry on, and I mean it's only traditional for Macroom footballers to be that way, because I played on Connie here, he's older than I am, and Ned, and you know the crack must be good, like you had no soft options there, like, but at least it was all in the game, and there was a great spirit within the club. And I think this is a great revival of all that what went on in past years. You must remember, like, that Macroom are very high in the list of senior county champions, and they'll be around again.
Thanks, Pat. We'll see you at halftime for the music. Thanks very much. We'll now go over to the Townies dressing room and interview some of the players there. We're now in the Townies dressing room, where you can see the spirit is very high. There's even music going here at halftime. Barry O'Brien on the guitar, who played with Cock Minor team. Richie Graham is here, Billy Reardon, Mickey Dunn, Jimmy Deasy, Joe Bryan, Jimmy Dunho, Pat Connors, Liam Welch, Mickey Kaler, Tony Sweeney, Nicholas Drummy, Roger Healy, Humphrey Lynch. There's great talent here in this place. A lot of them have won county medals with Macroom, and we'll see how they get on today.
Together, Northmen, Southmen, comrades on. Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song.
That's the atmosphere now in the town. As you can see, there's great spirit there in the Townies dressing room, and I would like to call on their captain, Peter Kaler. Peter, conditions are very heavy out there today. What do you think of your chances? You don't know how to train, I believe, are you?
No, we are training very strictly. Have been with the last month. And we're very confident.
Very confident to win?
Very confident of winning, yes.
Well, the blow-ins, I reckon that will be 50-50 chance that it might be drawn at the end of the day.
Well, I have some very good talent in my team. Joe O'Brien and Barry O'Brien. Barry played in All-Ireland final. Joe's county medals at Macroom. I feel very confident.
Right, now we go over to Barry, who Peter says won an All-Ireland medal with Cork. Barry, what do you think of the chances today now on the heavy going?
I'd say the heavy going. It mightn't suit us that well, but I'd say with the training we've had and the expert coaching that we had from our trainer and our captain Peter Kelleher, I'd say we should do very well, really. You know, we're expecting to do well.
Do you think it's a good idea to run this over practice game for the charity?
I think it's absolutely marvellous, and I think that the spirit and the atmosphere inside in the dressing room there before the game and also around the town, I think it has generated marvellous interest with young and old, and it's really great to be doing it for the senior citizens above all. And the people that thought of it, I thought it was a great idea. Marvellous.
And this is great too to see the soccer club and the GA club coming together for the second match.
Always. That should always be the case, really. I mean, we're all members of the town, irrespective of whether we're born in the town or otherwise. Everybody's part of the town, and it enhances the community spirit, really. So it is great.
Now we'll go up to Joe Bryan, who won the county medal with Macroom two of them. It's, Joe, I believe you were seen doing 6 or 7 rounds of the golf links there last week, is that true?
As Barry said, the weather won't suit us today, but we did most of our training on hard ground. But however, with a bit of luck, we have a very fast forward line. Willie John Toomey and Richie Graham and a few more of them, we should be there with a bit of luck.
There was rumours that you were in Waterville there last week training on the beach, is that correct?
On the beach, we'll make the wire, that's right, yeah.
Right, that's the Tony's treatment. We'll go out now to the field where the game is soon starting. Billy Morgan is the referee for the day, and I believe he's looking at the two teams to pick some talent for next year's Cox Senior team.
Come onto the field, Peter Keogh, the captain, and Frankie Toomey of the Blowens. Here they go. Received 2 teams from the two managers, once played the Blowens. In goal, Dr. Casey. Full back line, Jim Morris, Sean Hart full back, and Sean McSweeney. Half back line, Peter Irvin, Connie Wadden, and Dan McMahon. Centre field, Brendan Killian, and Sean Harrington. Half forward line, Dennis O'Connell, Jack Kelly, the captain, and Paddy Buckley. The full forward line, Henry Reid, Jackie Collins, and Jane Russell. The playing subs are John Shine, Joe Bradley, Pat Craven, Michael McElroy, Tom McSweeney, Joe Bailey, Jay Cronin, George Desmond, and Jay Tilleman. The Macroom team will line out as follows. In goal, heading for Park and Royal Bay, Jim Donoghue. Full back line, Tony Drummond with a confidential football. Tony McSweeney and Billy Evans. Half back line, Nicky John, Dorothy Brown, and Nicholas Drummond. Centre field, 2 more half-ballers, Larry O'Brien and Roger Hindley. The half-forward line, Joe Brown, Nicky Keller, and Connie Keller. Both forward players are going to be the best in the country. Peter Keller, Martin Fitzgerald, and Richard Graham. The Tony subs are as follows. Willie John Toomey, Jimmy Deasy, Pat O'Connor, Billy Murphy, James Casey, Johnny Kelleher, James Kelleher, Dilly Maloney, Liam Welch, Bill Hidigan, Humphrey Lynch, Pat Keller, and Michael Deasy.
Hey, with the wind anyway.
And we now like to play a little song for the town.
When dancing was over, we would stroll in the park, each lad and his lassie in blue. That's cause of my birth, there is no place on earth like our masses of love.
And the game is on. The ball is thrown in by Stephen O'Connor, Chairman of Macroom Urban District Council. Great feeling there by Father Dick Brown. Passes out to Roger Healy. Roger inside, passes in. Clear by Don McMahon. A heavy tackle there. Now Brendan Keneally is on the ball. I think he's playing a bit of soccer. Nearly hit Toker. Mickey done running here now with Frankie Toomey. It's a 50-50 shot tussle. A free for the town has been taken by Mickey Dunn. Quick one out to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien out to Mickey Kaler. Mickey Kaler looking up. Hits it in. Joe O'Brien's on the ball. Terry Oldham and Joe go for a 50-50. It's line ball for the Townies. Been taken by Roger Healy. Roger straight in the centre to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien back out to Roger Healy. Roger now coming on a solo run. He's looking up. Kicks it in. Joe O'Brien. Joe passes out to Roger again. Roger now. Out to Mickey. Mickey sends in a big Gary Owen into the square. Barry O'Brien shoots. Richie Graham has it in the corner. Richie does a dummy. And it's a wide ball. Very unlucky there, Richie Graham. Off the side netting. Dr. Casey now kicks the ball out for the blow-ins. Brendan Keneally has it now, passes it up to Teddy Oldham. Teddy's gone down it, now passes it in. Heavy tackle there. Free for the Townies. Free been taken by Dick Brown. Another free there. Connie Kierer causing the foul. Barry O'Brien has the ball now, he's on a solo run. Martin Fitzgerald now has the ball. Tackle, fair man to man, he passes out to Barry O'Brien again. Mickey Kierer calling for it, gets it, and takes a shot, and a great point for Mickey Kierer. The lead for the Townies, 1 point. Dr. Casey now placing the ball again for the kick out. Connie Kierer into Seeds. Passes it in. Dick Brown has it now again. Up to Mickey Kieler. Mickey Kieler, lovely classic pick up there. Back in again to Dick Brown. Dick now on a solo run. Coming in. Passes it in. I reckon it'll be free in for the Townies. One man gone down injured. This free's been taken by Martin Fitzgerald. Oh, well saved. Oh, Richie blocks down the ball. Connie Keeler has it now, shoots. And the wide ball. Incidentally, the match ball was thrown in today by Tucker Casey, who won an medal with Cork in 1945. Bad kick out there. Bringing the Canadian on possession. Will he go on a solo run? Here he goes. Looking for his men, calling. Now Connie Reardon has the ball. He lets it fly. Dick Brown takes possession again. Take out to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien to Roger Healy. Roger Healy is going through. Takes a shot. It's a square ball. It's a free out for the Blow-ins. I see Sean McSweeney in the goal for the Blow-ins limping. I don't know whether he'll be replaced on that. Connie Kieran on the ball, picks it clean off the ground, free out for the Blow-ins. It's a pity it's such a bad day here at Macroom, although still there's a good crowd here behind me watching this match, which is in aid of the senior citizens who are in the process of building some more houses at Paris Place. There's a free now be taken by Jim Morris, who played with Kerry. Connie Kieran now has the ball for the Townies. He kicks it in. Here Richie Graham is going for Richie has it. Richie passes inside. It's interceded by Sean White. Sean on the ball. Taking his time. He passes up to Brendan Keneally. Keneally now passes out. Sean Hunt inside the passes to Brendan Keneally. Jackie Collins, here he comes. Brendan Keneally on the ball again. He passes inside to Paddy Buckley. Paddy Buckley fists it in. Clearance there by Tony Drummy. Paddy Buckley on the ball again. He's on a solo run. Takes a shot. In around the goal mouth. Well saved by Jimmy Dunho. They're free out. Great save there by the goalkeeper. The first attack we had from the Blow-ins, they are nearly resulted with a goal, but great goalkeeping by Jimmy Dunho. Saved it there from. Jimmy Dunho kicks the ball out. Here comes downfield again. Tony McSweeney passes it out to Mickey Kaler. Mickey Kaler, he's on a solo run. Mickey Kaler on a solo run. Been challenged by Connie Reardon. He clears it in. Oh, we have a sub here on the Blow-ins team. Pat Cregan is coming in. Roger Healy now has possession. Roger is in Martin Fitzgerald now. Martin Fitzgerald now has it. He passes it into Connie Kaler. Goes the wrong direction. Teddy Oldham into clearance. Teddy loses his cap there in the process. And he has fouled Barry O'Brien. So free in for the Townies, which has been taken by Roger Healy. A quick one over to Joe O'Brien. Joe takes a shot. Dropping ball into the goal mouth. It's saved. Oh, there's a free out there for the late tackle. Richard Graham had just got possession, but there's a free out. It's been taken by Jim Morris. Better clearance this time. Up to Roger. Mickey Kera. Into Roger. Roger now being tackled by Pat Cregan. Ducks the tackle. Sean Harrington on possession. Into the centre of the field. Whereas a little free watered. Now, quick free up to Brendan Kennedy, who's on a run. Brendan, who played a lot of his football with the Bears. And also, holding with Arbulloch. He's done a bit of a solo run down in soccer. He passes inside to. Great ball in. Ali Ring has it in the square. Oh, it's saved again. I think there's a spotter being awarded to the blow-ins. Ali Ring had been fouled there. The blow-ins have been awarded a spotter. It's been taken by the captain of the blow-in team, Frankie Toomey. Here he comes. Oh, great goal. Great goal for the blow-ins there, taken by Captain Frankie Toomey. He told me that during the week that they have been practicing these spot kicks for the last couple of weeks here in the castle grounds. So it proved it there, that was a great goal. Ball being placed now by Jimmy Nuhu for the kick out. He takes a quick one, which is intercepted by Jackie Collins. Jackie kicks. And it's gone wide. No goalkeeper on the side, he could have the opportunity to get another goal. There's quite a big crowd here now for this wet evening and St. Stephen's Day. Of course, it's for a good cause for the Senior Citizens Building Fund. Kick out again, that have been taken. Been cleared down the wing here. Oh, very bad tackle there. Free in for the blow-ins. Brendan Keeney now has the ball. Kicks it here, it comes around the square, it's gone wide. Roger He knows the ball. He lays down the wing here. Connie Kaler. Put out of bounds by Terry Oldham. Line ball. Says linesman to the low ends. Terry Oldham kicks it fast. Into Jackie Collins, thirsty for it. With Ali Ring. And it's a wide ball. Jimmy now placing the ball again for the kick out. Last time he opted for a sharp one, but didn't work this time. Let's see him might go for a bit of distance. Kicks it out. Oh, goes through the hands. Connie Keller touches it on. Frankie Toomey now in position for the blow-ins. He lobs it in. Ali Ring going for a 50-50 ball. Frankie again goes in and tackles. Terry Walton now shoots it in. Nobody inside. Jackie Collins running for the ball. Gone over the in line and wide. Here's a good ball coming in. Goalkeeper near the card has gone wide. kick there from, I think it was Sean Harrington, which went wide. In the last 10 minutes there, the Lions have been doing a lot of pressing into the Townies goal. Resulted in the goal. Kick out again, been taken this time, Mickey Dunn on the ball. He's been fouled. It's a free by Sean Hansen. It's a free for the Townies, which has been taken by Dick Brown. Dick's ball goes to Roger. Roger has been intercepted and fouled. So it's a free to the Townies, which has been taken. Gary O'Brien here. Sean White on the clearance. He clears it out. It's being held by Don McMahon on the ball. He's going to pass it up to Brendan Keane. Went too far. Frankie Tooner, the captain of the Lions, on a run. Here he picks it up. Being marked by Mickey Dunn. Unfortunately, he falls over the ball. Mickey clears it down to Mickey Keeler. Mickey Keeler being tackled by Don McMahon. Here comes now Joe Bryan. Joe and Pat Cregan together. A bit of a tussle. Sean White is going in for it. Picks it up. And gone to the referee. Clean off the ground, so it's a free in for the Tony's been taken by Joe Bryan. Joe up into Martin. Martin Fitzgerald out to Mickey Keeler. Mickey Keeler now steady up, taking a shot. He shoots in through the square. Richie Graham. And Jim Morris breaks loose. Sean White clears it. That's the goal. A big tussle again at the moment. And Jim Morris fouls. It's a free in for the Townies, which has been taken by Barry O'Brien. Barry steady up, shoots, and over the bar. Another point for the Townies. Is it? Kick away taken there by the substitute goalkeeper for the Lions, who come on there with a go. He kicks it out to Brendan Kennedy. Brendan Kennedy to Terry Oldham. Terry Oldham back to Brendan Kennedy. Lovely move again here. Frankie Toomey, the captain of the Lions, on the ball. Passes back out to Kennedy. They're on a 1-2 movement. Hit up the wing again. They're playing great stuff now at the moment. Kennedy still on the ball. On the ground. Passes into number Sean Harrington now, going for the ball. He's on it. Free out, obstructing the goalkeeper. That was a great kick there from Don McMahon. A great kick into the square. Obstruction of the goalkeeper, free out. Jackie Collins, I see, has lost his cap there in that bit of a muzzle inside in the goal mouth. So it's a free out for the Townies. Here it comes. Out along the wing. Oh, a bad foul created over there. Roger kicks that ball. Back out to Roger again. Big long ball here, Martin Fitzgerald. Big clearance there. Rally ring. And the ball, Mickey Dunno picks it up. Passes it out to Roger. Roger looking for a man. Here he kicks it down the field to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien, very cute. Don McMahon to seize. Big long kick again for Don round. Into Alley ring. Wipe. Passes Alley. Goes out to Tony Drummy. Tony Drummy passes out over the line. It's a line ball for the Blow-ins. Great attitude here in this match this evening. Great spirit. Please for his word over fact is a great achievement to see him here playing in these wet conditions this evening. Ball being kicked in now. And it goes in around the square. Being picked up by Dick Brown. Dick does a solo. He kicks it down. Nicholas Drummy clears it out and it's gone over the line again. Another line ball. Dan McMahon kicking. Nicholas Drummy now on the ball. Nicholas clears. Joe Bryan in it. Fitzy now going on the ball here with Sean White. Man to man. Connie Keeler. Great ball inside here to Graham. Here comes Graham. Richard Graham on the ball. He passes it out to Mickey Keeler. Mickey Keeler oriented. Mickey Keeler oriented. Picks it up. Lashing across the square. It's a great ball. Goalkeeper has it. It's a free out as far as I believe. Free out, tackling the goalkeeper. I think that was awarded. I think there was a goal awarded from the Townies. Kicking the ball from the junior yard line. Yeah, here it comes. The referee is blown for half time. Very entertaining first half there. Second half has just started, which is being refereed this time by Billy Morgan, the Coxina football team coach. And the score is the Townies 1-2, the Blow-ins 1 goal. Now picking up the play again. Barry O'Brien in possession. Clears out the wing. Dick Brown now in possession. He passes back to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien going a bit of a solo run. Passes into Shamus Casey, who came on as a sub. Shamus hops the ball, conditions are bad today. He passes out to Roger Healy, who's now in possession. Roger is penalised there by Billy Morgan. So it's a free out to the Blow-ins. Brendan Knee there. Pass out to Teddy Alton. Teddy now passes out to Ali Ring. Ali on the wing. Along the ground. Sips there past Billy Spud. Billy Murphy there wearing the number 5 jersey. Red tags. Going to take this sideline ball. Kicks it into Tony Drummy. Tony now up his ball into Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien now going to solo. Out to Mickey Dunn. Mickey Dunn now 50-50 ball in Dan McMahon himself. Out of the line ball for the Blow-ins. Barry picks it up. Passes up to Mickey Dunn. Mickey Dunn now looking for a man. He kicks it into Jimmy Deasy. Jimmy Deasy now on a solo run up the wing. Sidesteps his man. Great ball in. Sean White being beaten this time by Humphrey Lynch, I think it is. Humphrey does a dummy. Great ball into the centre by Richard Graham. And it's a free out for the Blow-ins. Free been taking out the centre of the field. Mickey Keeler picks it up. Three men around him. Gets his shot in. Connie Keeler in possession. Connie take the shot and it goes wide. And since the music there at half time was provided by Pat the barber, who gave us a lovely run of the banks of my own really. The ball out in the centre field, Brendan Keneally, possession along the ground, picks it up now, looking for a man, into Terry Oldham. Terry Oldham side steps out again to Brendan Keneally. Brendan Keneally picks it up, and a solo run, down to Ali Ring. Ali Ring now in possession. Ali in possession. Kicks it in to Stan, Roselle. Clearance again out to the back line. Cleared ball in there. Cleared. Dick Brown, now in possession. Dick steady up, takes his shot. Out into the centre of the field. Mickey Dunn, and the clearance blocked down. Great catch there, on the ground. Free in for the blow-ins because the ball was thrown on the ground. This free's been taken by Brendan Keneally. Placing the ball now on the 21-yard line. Brendan shoots. And a great score from Brendan. Makes the score now 1-2 to 1-1 in favour of the Townies. Pat Connor's now on goal for the Townies in the second half. Kicks the ball out to the centre. Barry O'Brien gets possession. Big clearance from Barry down to the centre of the field. Dan McMahon jumps. Jimmy Deasy tackles him. Clearance to Sean Harrington. Sean, big lobbing kick in. Ali Ring. Dick Brown picks it up. And the Sora being chased by Ali Ring. Mickey Kieran on possession. Kicks it down. Jimmy Deasy. And Dan McMahon going for the ball. Sean Harrington now picks it up. Clears it down the wing. Great catch there by Pat Kehrer now in possession. Kicks into Jimmy Deasy. Jimmy back again to Pat Kehrer, who's done running for the ball. Pat has the ball got now. There's a side step, but he's caught by Pat Cregan. Bit of schmazzling, you know. Humphrey Lynch now on the ball. Humphrey passes out. Terry Oldham gets and clears. Barry O'Brien now in possession. He clears it again to Humphrey Lynch. Humphrey now has the ball. Takes a shot in around the square. Richie Graham in possession. Ball back out again. Terry Oldham pick it up. He clears now to Frankie Toomey. Frankie Toomey doing a bit of a solo. Out again to Brendan Keneally. Brendan Keneally. Brendan Keneally now to Frankie. Frankie does a dummy. Back to Brendan. It's being tackled and fouled. Brendan Keneally now placing the ball, but it's free. Which has been taken by Dan McMahon. Dan now kicks. Down to foul in Paddy Devon there. Mickey Dunn out clearing the ball. Up to Jimmy Lewis DC, who's unmarked here in the swing. Jimmy going on a bit of a solo run. Kicks. Pat Cregan now in possession. Out to the centre again, Jimmy DC picks it up. He now tackled by Terry Oldham. He clears down to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien now on a solo run on the ground. Pat Cregan clears out again. Mickey Keeler. Dan McMahon. Down to the unmarked here now. Ali Ring. Ali into the centre to Paddy Devon, who's from Galway. Played with Galway actually. Clears it out to John Cronin. Into goalkeeper Pat Connors. Clears. Out the wing here. Tosses between Paddy Buckley and Nicholas Dummy. Ellie does a bit of a dummy. Fouled by Nicholas Dummy. Free in for the Blow-ins. Which has been taken by the free taker today, Brendan Keneally. Brendan, who is very much involved here with the underage section of the Macroom GA club, placing the ball. But it's free. Brendan kicks, great ball around the square. Patrick Devon calling for it. Schmazel around the goal mouth, Billy Morgan going. See what's happening. Billy decided to draw ball. There it goes. There's a lot of free for the Blow-ins. Pushing the back. Which has been taken by Brendan Keneally. Tony's now lining the goal. Goes for a quick one. Blocked, and it's a free out for the Tony's. Mickey Dunn actually was fouled there on that goal mouth. Scramble. Ball being kicked by Dick Brown out the centre field, and that's picked up by Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien out clearing down the field. Jimmy Deason oriented. Connie Riordan clears. Out to Dan McMahon. Dan McMahon over to Paddy Buckley. Paddy Buckley out to Brendan Keneally. Playing great football here with the Blow-ins. There's a bit of a dummy. Being back by Nicholas Drummy and being fouled. Seamus Casey and Nicholas Drummy are fouling Brendan Keneally. Brendan takes the quick free. Out to Tom Sullivan. Ellie Ring, down possession. Being robbed by Mickey Dunn, who's turned fouled. That's a free out. Out to the centre of the field. Picked up by Sean Harrington. Sean Harrington across the field to Brendan Keneally, is now in possession. Brendan goes on the slow run. Nicholas Drummy. Up it goes again. A free out. There's someone injured down there. Seamus Casey now in possession. He kicks it up here up the wing. There's a tussle between Mickey here and Connie Ryan. Connie clears. Under Seamus. Seamus. Quick one to Roger. Roger being tackled by Terry Oldham. Terry gets it into Paddy Buckley. Barry O'Brien clears. Out to Sean Harrington. Sean Harrington clears. Tony. Nicholas Drummy being fouled there. It's free for the Townies taken by Dick Brown. Dick takes a sharp one, which lands between Dan McMahon and Jimmy Deasy. Sean Hampton possession now again. Looking for a man here, he kicks it out the wing. Seamus Casey now going for the ball with Terry Oldham. Terry shows them out over the line. So it's line ball for the Blow-ins, taken by Terry Oldham. Terry now kicks the ball into Ellie Ring. Into Paddy Buckley, sorry. Paddy Buckley, Nicholas Stone, maybe tussle. Brian Deasy goes down there. Ball saved by Dick Brown out to the field, come to Barry O'Brien. Goes to Brian. Brian Deacon now in possession. Clears it out the wing here. And it's gone over the line. A line ball for the blow-ins. Which has been sideline ball kicked into Mickey doing his position. He passes on to Bearbrine up to Roger Healy. Roger Healy now on a solo run. Been tackled by Dan McMahon. Oh, I could get a booking for that, I'd say. A bad foul there by Dan McMahon. Free been taken into Jimmy Deasy. Jimmy Deasy shot in across the goal mount. Richie Graham going for a tussle. Pat Keeler now into Roger Healy. Roger shot blocked down by Connie Ryan. Dan McMahon clears into the centre of the field. Mickey Dunn calling for it. Shoulder there. Into Jimmy Deasy knows the ball, he's on the run. Into Humphrey Lynch from the corner. Humphrey now shoots and it hits the side post, it's gone wide. Kick out this side of the field. Richard Graham blocks down that ball. Mickey Keeler kicks the block down again. Now comes the Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien was committed to the foul because there's a free out for the blow-ins. Ball is kicked. Pat Keeler now. Wide ball. Ball out in the centre of the field. Connie Ryan clears. Out to Jimmy Dunno. Jimmy Dunno picks the ball off the ground. It's a free for the blow-ins. Ball kicked there now down to Paddy Buckley and Seamus Casey. Jimmy Dunno now on the ball. Kicks. Shot blocked down by O'Brien coming in. Shot hand himself. Free water to the blow-ins. John Hampton kicks. Down goes. Dick Brown picks up possession. Being tackled by Terry Walton. He's on a solo run. Here he goes on a solo run. Dick Brown. Still steadying up. Roger Healy in possession. Into Jimmy Deasy. Far kicked again. A tussle there between two of the Tonys in the middle of the field. Down into Mickey Keeler. And I know that Roger Healy, I can't see him from here, as he's covered in dirt. Dan McMahon on position. Down into John Murphy. Being tackled by Seamus Casey. Ball in. Stan Rosell. Wide ball. Actually, there's 45 yards free being awarded to the blow-ins. Which has been taken by $45 free been taken. Well fielded by Jimmy Dunno. Passes out to Mickey Dunn. Mickey Dunno going a solo run. Up to wing here to Jimmy Deasy. Jimmy Deasy in possession. He's out to Roger Healy. Roger now on his own, goes on the solo run, up the field. He passes inside. To Mickey by Connie, here comes. And he does a dummy. He passes the ball and kicks it down the field. Here comes to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien out, clears out again. Another attack for the Townies. They're under pressure, Mickey Keeler now. Being tripped. Clearance there by Jim Morris. Into the centre of the field. Here there's a foul being created by Shamus Casey. The free will be now taken for the blow-ins. Brendan Keneally. The ball now going in on the square. Frankie Toomey passes it out. Just down Barshell. Ball is cleared by Jimmy Dunho. Out to the centre of Barry O'Brien. Clears now up to Roger Healy. Roger Healy here now, who's looking to bust the wheel. Into the centre to Mickey Keeler. Mickey Keeler kicks it in. Mickey's on the ground. No free awarded. Sean Hampton clears the ball. Coming away in his own. Kicks it down. Jimmy Dunho in possession. Out to Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien now in the centre of the field. Takes a shot. He goes into Mickey Keeler. Mickey Keeler now being marked by Conrad Allen. Blocks away his shot. Connie now picks up the ball. Looking for a man. Does a solo which doesn't work. Gets Pat Keeler, tackles him, gets a poke. Barry O'Brien now in possession again. Kicks it in to Joe O'Brien. Joe has the ball. Joe has the ball. Picks it up off the ground. Passes out to Jimmy DC. High pass. Jimmy now picks it up. Out again to Joe. Is there a move on here? No, into Humphrey Lynch. Humphrey has the ball. That's saved. Wide ball. Great excitement on that goal out. Pass from Humphrey Lynch, which didn't see the back of the net. So, another free out for the blow-ins. And there goes the final whistle. A very entertaining game, which was watched by a very large crowd here in the Castle grounds. And this St. Stephen's Day, a great sporting game. Both teams getting a great round of applause from the big crowd which turned up here this evening. We get Frankie there. We get Frankie there. Captain of the Blow-ins team. Who were defeated by 1 point. I think the score was 1-2 to 1-1. Well, no, Frankie, what do you think of that match?
I thought it was an outstanding game, Pat. Very close football. Both teams did their best in the day. In fairness, the ground was terrible. But I think we probably will have to give the edge to the Townies. They were a little bit younger than us, and fair play to them. They played good football, and I think they won by a point.
Frankie, being a member of the organising committee, you must be very pleased with the turnout here on this wet evening.
Oh, delighted, Pat. Delighted, in fairness. The crowd that came down here today to support the cause is fantastic. Before the game, it was terrible wet. You know, we were thinking that there mightn't be anybody here, but on the day, there was a fantastic crowd here, and I'm delighted for the senior citizens that did turn out.
Ali?
Turn the camera over here to the corner.
Yeah, do you enjoy that game?
Oh, enjoyed it. I like a dry ball, but unfortunately it wasn't dry. And I didn't see a whole pile of it out the truth. But still, I enjoyed the crack. Like.
And it was for a great cause.
It was for a great cause, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
John, you're a member of the organising committee. You must be very pleased with the turnout and with the game itself.
More so, I mean, that's both from the Townies' point of view and the Blow-ins' point of view. Everybody that was requested to attend on the day. And on top of that, we had other people who came along today who actually joined the squad late. And I think if it had been a fine day, there's unknown how many people would have here. But it was a great day and a great occasion.
Well done, John. I'd now like to talk to the man who refereed the match, the Cox senior football coach, Billy Morgan. Now, Billy, what do you think of that game of football? Do you see any potential talent for next year's team there on the field today?
Number 6 with the Reds, I thought definitely we'd be having a look at him. Yeah. You know, he's young, I believe, is he?
Connie Ryan, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose the back line will play him as the back line, is it?
The centre half back on midfield, yeah. You know.
Do you find much difficulty in refereeing that match, Billy?
No, it was a good open game of football, and they were all intent on playing the ball, so it made it easier for me. Cranky players on the field, but I dealt with them. You know.
Well, unfortunately, you hadn't to book anybody.
No. Few stern words here and there did the trick, you know.
Thanks, that's Billy Morgan, the coach of Cork football, who refereed the match. Thank you very much. The spectators were at today's match, Dan Reagan. Dan, did you enjoy the game of football?
Oh, very excellent. It's grand to see the old people come out there and playing their hearts out, and on the day they haven't. More hard looking, the number one, because the condition today was after a lot of fine Sundays to see it today. Happened to be the bad day for those, like for the over parties, we'll say, and particularly for the blind in particular. I've been a blind myself, but unfortunately that's what happened in that line.
Well, then you were involved here with the ground with a long time. You were one of the grounds committee. Fair play, the pitch wasn't good enough condition.
Oh, excellent condition for the winter condition we had, like overall. I'm involved here now in the grounds practically about 14 years, like it was. It's always left to the old people, as you know, but unfortunately there's none of the young people come up to be capable of taking over, I think, but unfortunately, I guess we'll see it soon now anyway.
Yeah, we must just want to congratulate you then, because you've done great work there over the last couple of years, restarting the pitch and re-cleared up and putting new seat and all that, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. It was done over the last 3 or 4 years. We've done a major job there, I would say, about 4 years ago. But anyway, it was number one, I go back into the old people that we can still depend on, like, that will be sure they'll be there on the day we need them, like, overall.
But overall, you enjoyed today's match?
Oh, excellent. Tip-top. Right. It should be on a couple of times a year, I think.
Thanks very much, Dan. Thank you very much. Bye. Nicholas Murphy. Nick, what did you think of that match there today?
Very, very good. Really enjoyable.
It's for a great cause, was for the senior citizens.
Couldn't be a better cause.
And
very well supported.
Yeah, there was a great crowd turned up.
Couldn't be better.
I suppose you were disappointed. The Blinds didn't win it, were you?
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't. No, I enjoyed it.
I'll tell you, it is great to see two sets of teams come together in the town and create a bit of
Very good, very good. It's grand for the younger crowd to look after the old people.
And it's also nice to see the soccer club and the G8 club involved in this.
To the course, eh?
Charity match.
Yeah.
That's Nicholas Murphy, Kilkenny man. Thank you very much indeed. Now I'm talking here to Willie John Toomey, whose father actually is the father of Frankie Toomey, who was the captain of the Blinds. And now Frankie's son, Noel, is now playing with the Macroom G and against the soccer club. That's 3 generations playing in the Macroom G. Now Frankie, you didn't, I see you talked out and all, but you didn't actually get a game, did you?
I didn't know, I did not. Because they didn't need me actually, like.
Yeah, they were playing well, all right.
Oh, they were playing well, I went out to play. A great game.
Conditions were fairly bad.
Oh, very bad out there, very bad altogether. You know, I would have done all right there, like, if I was there, I'd say, but I wasn't needed, you know.
You think this is a good idea, this
oh,
over 40 soccer match?
Great job, and for a good cause.
Yeah, for the senior citizens,
Yeah,
great cause.
great cause.
Do you think it should be continued? On the
Every year, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, every year, I think it should be done.
Because you played in Macroom yourself, did you?
I did.
How do you get a job play?
During the warriors, the
win any
40s,
Win
the
any
40s,
medals?
no, I did not.
Because the nephews don't have, you know.
I don't know. I played with them during the 40s, during the war. I played hurling with Macroom.
Did you?
I did. When anybody didn't know they had a hurling team, the present generation.
No.
I played hurling outside in Coachard Field with Macroom.
Is that right?
I did. The same day we beat our Bullock.
In the junior championship, is it?
Yeah. And you know who was refereeing it the same day? A Macroom man, and he gave me the line.
Who was that?
Major Looney.
He gave it the line?
He gave me the line.
You got the red card, so?
I did. He gave me the line.
Or you drawing someone?
I pulled in the fella.
And you got the line?
Yeah. Gave me the line. I'm a Macroom man, took a Macroom man to give me the line. This is good now. You know?
Well, thanks, Willie, for talking to us. And,
I'm delighted, and I think this thing should be kept on every year.
Thanks a million.
And unfortunately, the weather was against us.
Yeah, it was.
But still, it was a great old game.
Great game, we got to enjoy it. And a great crowd.
And we see a lot of the old Macroom footballers
That's right, yeah.
doing their stuff.
Thanks again, Willie.
Thanks
very much. I know. Talking to the captain of the victorious Tony's team, Peter Kaler, who's out having a shower and back into his suit again. Now, Peter, you must be very happy with that result.
Oh, quite pleased, Pat, very pleased. Thanks be to God, nobody was injured on the day. That was the general idea. There was a great crowd turned out, as you saw. We got marvellous support, I'm sure. Only for the day being so nasty, we'd have had nearly twice as many. It's for a good purpose, as I said, start you off. Everything has worked out according to plan, and we're delighted.
Yeah, it seemed, it showed that it seemed that all their hard training you put in the last couple of weeks seemed to have paid off.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. We had a few very good fit players in our team. They didn't show their ears on the field. They played very well. And as I said, it was very enjoyable. The score wasn't too hectic. But sure, a win is a win, and that's it.
I'd say, Peter, if you had a shorter pitch, the scoring would have been much more higher. Like you were playing to be full into the field, and the conditions were very, very heavy.
Well, in fairness, the field was very soft on the ground, you know. And as I said to the great side, the lads, before we went out in the field, the first thing I done was thank them for turning up, each and every one of them. This was the general idea, and it is a great credit to them that they all went to the trouble, particularly as I said in the day like today, that they showed that they were so interested in the senior citizens that they turned up for the occasion.
Yeah, actually, as you said there, it amazed me to see the two teams march onto the field. Actually, with 4 teams there, I'd say.
Well, in fairness, I had a panel of 28, and I think Frankie had a panel of about 26. And the general idea was to give everybody a little run, you know, which we did, and some of us ran for about 5 yards, and it was 5 minutes too long, which anyway, that's the way it goes. But the general purpose was a bit of entertainment and to raise funds, and we're delighted with the response. Delighted.
Thanks very much, Peter. We'll see you later at the Hooded Talk for the presentation.
Thanks,
Peter.
Thank you.
Now in progress is the second match in today's programme. Macroom Soccer Club versus Macroom GA Club. These two clubs have been playing these charity matches for the last 5 years, I think. Each year they pick out a charity which they donate the money from. But this year, as you know, it's going to Macroom Senior Citizens. You have a lot of lads here are playing Macroom under 21 and intermediate football team. And they're also playing, of course, with Macroom Soccer Club. After this game, we will be going to the Hooded Cloak for the presentation of the prizes to both teams. And we'll also be talking to the chairman of the Senior Citizens Committee and to the chairman of the Open Council. Could we small bit of quietness, please? Small bit of quietness now, please. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Fitzgerald's, the Hooded Cloak, who are the main sponsors today for this charity match in the Castle grounds. First of all, I'd like to call on Mr. P.J. Murphy, who's the chairman of Macroom Senior Citizens, to say a few words to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity of thanking all the players who tugged out today, many of them after many years in retirement, and they came out and played and gave us a very entertaining evening. I want to thank all the organising committees, the GA, the soccer committee, Frankie Toomey, John Shine and Peter Kelleher for the work they have put into this over the past month or 6 weeks in organising it. And I would like to thank all the people who sponsored the cards that were sent out around. I thank you very much for your support. And I want to thank Martin Fitzgerald and the Hooded Cloak for presenting the prizes this evening to the players. At this time, this sponsorship is coming at a very good time for us because we are about to build a scheme of houses for the senior citizens, and this is a great kick-off. So we thank you very much on behalf of the senior citizens and the Senior Citizens Committee for all your support. Thank you very much indeed.
I'd now like to call on Frankie Toomey, Peter Carer and John Shine, who are the main organisers of this match today, to say a few words to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are now after moving down to the hooded cloak here for the presentation of the trophies. I'm very glad to be able to report that all the over 40 players are non-injury free and we've no injuries come in. First of all, on behalf of the organising committee, I would like to say a very special word of thanks to all the over 40 players who turned out for us today. Every player that we approached early on, there was no one hesitated at all, and they were only all too willing to play. I would like to apologise for the people who could not get in, because as the show went on, lots of people came up to us and they all wanted to play, but unfortunately we had to cut it down to 25 aside, but never mind, maybe next year is another year. I'd also like to thank the players from the GA club and also the soccer club who've been playing for the last 5 years for playing as well today. A special word of thanks to our main sponsor, Martin Fitzgerald, here today, who put up 100 trophies on the table. I would also like to thank our two referees on the day, Billy Morgan, who travelled from Cork, and Dennis Callan, who came in from Kinwhittle. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of everybody here in the house today to wish Billy Morgan the very best of luck for 1989, and hopefully maybe some night next September he'll be back here with us with the All-Ireland Cup. I'd also like to say a special word of thanks to Brendan Keneally, who gave us tremendous coverage on the Southern Star for the last 4 or 5 weeks. As the weeks went on, Brendan was getting better and better every week. Also our photographer, Sean McSweeney, who did a tremendous job for us. Thank you, Sean. I would now like to say a very special word of thanks to our cameraman, Danjo Keller, for giving us coverage over the last 3 weeks. As you all know, Danjo has been on local television for the past 5 years, and he has been giving a tremendous service to our division here in Wolseley. He has practically covered every event, I suppose, over the last 5 years. But unfortunately, I think Danjo's term is coming to an end. I think it's the 31st of December. I would like to make a special appeal here today to everybody here in the hooded cloak, and also to everybody out there who's looking in at this program this evening. If anybody can do anything at all, or if you know anybody, your friends, or anyone with a bit of power in any place, please contact them and don't let any stone unturned to keep Danjo on the air with local television. I would also like to thank the Inchiquila GA Club for giving us their jerseys today, the Macroom GA Club and the Macroom Soccer Club for the help they have given us, in particular Tim Kaler, Paul Kingston, Timmy McSweeney and Pat O'Connell. Now there is a few sponsors. Spar Supermarket gave us a large teddy bear which we were going to raffle on today, but lots of the cards aren't back, so we can't raffle the teddy bear today, but we'll do it at a later date and we'll present it to whatever name is drawn out of the card. I'd also like to thank all the people, I suppose I can say mid-Cork, who put their names on the lines in the cards. The 100 cards are all full up, and they are the people who had made the day a success for us. So I would like to thank everybody who helped us out on the day. We wrote to a lot of people 3 weeks ago around the town, in the area around the town, looking for sponsorship, mainly factories and garages. And I must say that the return that we got from these people was outstanding. Just half an hour ago there was one other firm come in with a cheque there for £100. So I feel I will have to mention their names on the day. Bank of Ireland, Macroom, AIB Bank Macroom, JJ Hinton, Glenview Motors, O'Driscoll Travel, Keller's Garage, Castlemore Quarries, Ballyclough Milk Products, Regan's Precast Ballincollig, Semiconductors, Rodisco Carrigaline, Horgans of Blarney, O'Brien Kyle McSweeney, Brendan Mulcahy, Ship Company Macroom, John Looney Macroom, Paul Long, and Jerry O'Leary. No, I don't think I have much more to say, but just before I will finish off, I would like to thank my two friends, Peter and John, for all the help they've given me to make this a successful day. Thank you. Just before I will finish off, I would just like to say, on behalf of the organising committee, I would like to wish everybody here and everybody out there looking into the programme a very happy and a holy new year. Thank you.
I'd like to call on Dan Callan, representing Sweeney, O'Brien and Cal, who presented 2 clocks to the 2 referees at the match today. Billy Morgan and Dennis O'Callan. There's Billy Morgan there and Dennis O'Callan.
When Brendan Keneally asked me to come down to do this, I said I'd have to give him the first ball, so I threw it into him straight away. That's all I could.
We'll referee the match between the Room J and the soccer club. To make a presentation to Martin Fitzgerald.
Thanks. Line to get over here. Thanks, sir. Thank you. This is a very small token of appreciation on behalf of the GA club, the soccer club, and the 3 organisers for the wonderful work that Martin Fitzgerald has put into it. Thanks, sir.
I know one Peter Kaler, who is the captain of the Townies, the victorious team. To come up here and call out his team, and I want the chairman of the senior citizens, Pedro Murphy, who will present the trophies to the victorious Townies team.
All I would like to say is just 2 things. Number 1, I want to reinforce what Frankie said about Danjo, in particular, the local television. It's great to have your own local programs. It's of no financial benefit to Danjo whatsoever. I think it's a complete injustice that he's been forced off the air. And I would condone what Frankie said and plead to everybody that if there's any possibility at all or anything can be done, to contact us and we will try and help Danjo as best we can. Secondly, I would also like to, again, like John said, thank Martin Fitzgerald sincerely for his trophies, which are fabulous. So with that, I will start to name out my players, okay? I think we'll start with seniority. My first player is W.J. Toomey of West Square Macroom.
Right. We'll carry on from there now. Jimmy O'Donoghue. Come on, lads, as soon as you can, please, son. Tony Drummond. Tony McSweeney. Billy O'Riordan. Mickey Dunn. Mickey Dunn. Father Dick Brown. Father Brown's not here. Nicholas Summey. Oh, Father Dick Brown, I'll have to do it. Barry O'Brien and Gerald Healy. Gerald Healy. When I mentioned seniority, I'm not sure I didn't make a mistake. Joe O'Brien. Mickey Kelleher. Con Kelleher. Con Kelleher. See that? Martin Fitzgerald. Richie Graham. Jimmy Deasy. Pat O'Connor. Billy Murphy. Seamus Casey. Seamus Casey, please. Come on, Seamus. Dennis Maloney. Dennis Maloney. Humphrey Lynch. Pat Kelleher. Pat Kelleher. And Michael Deasy. Michael Deasy. That's it. Thanks very much, lads.
I'd now like to call on John Shine, representing the Blow-ins, to come up here and call out the Blow-in team.
Right. I'm sorry I cannot start as Peter did because I don't know their ages. But I will start as they lined out, and I hope anybody won't be offended if they come in after the first 15. So I would like to call on the captain, Frank Toomey, please. Dr. Casey, please. Jim Morris, please. Sean White. And the man that tried to get away with it all, Sean McSweeney. The man that supplied the jerseys, Teddy Oldham. And the man that Billy Morgan could only pick out of the whole lot of us, Con Reardon. On your left. Don McMahon. And the man that helped to make it all possible, Brendan Keneally. John Harrington. Yeah. Dinner O'Callaghan. Paddy Buckley. Ali Ring. Jackie Collins. Jerry Murray. And our continental player that will be brought here at an enormous expense, Stan Burchell. See here, see? See there, see? Right. Sorry, he's not here, I think. But we'll carry on. Pat Cregan. Michael McElroy. And Frankie's comrade in arms, Tom Sweeney. Donald O'Mahony. Sorry, not here. Padraig Dervin. John Cronin. George Desmond. Jim Tiernan. John Joe Ring. John Joring. And there's nobody left, only myself.
Before I continue, you won't believe this, I won't believe in that. The captain of the Tony team got no trophy. Peter Kaler. I'd now like to call on Dennis Cronin to call out the names of the GAA team which won that match, and I'd like to call on the chairman of the soccer club to present the trophies to the GAA team, which is Tim Kelleher.
Just a few words there for the GAA players. I'll leave Tim talk on behalf of the soccer team. But I'd like to thank the GAA lads for the turning up today, especially, and especially turning up down here, coming down to Fitz's after, to show the respect that they have for the older people of the town. It's the one opportunity in the year that they have to demonstrate the respect they have for the aged, and I think this. I'd like to thank them for that and for turning up. I'd also like to thank them for the way they played the game, which was very sporting. There was no rows or anything, and both teams came out of it, I'd say, with no yellow card. So I'll call out the teams now and say, and as well now, I'd like to present a cake to the old folks here on behalf of both teams. Just whatever they want to do with it, they can raffle it or whatever, but there's a cake there on behalf of both teams that played today in the second game. Unlike the older team, we'll start with the youngest player we had, well, the youngest member of the panel, Tim Cooper Keller. And we'll have the oldest man now next, Bonzo, Timmy Sullivan, sorry. A blend of youth and experience. There is he. Next man there, Owen McCarthy. The next man there who drew his inspiration from Jackie Collins, Gerard O'Leary. Gerard O'Leary, where are you? He's up there somewhere. Dan Kelleher, the successful manager's son. Who's Dan? There you go. Noel Creedon. Michael Creed. Michael Creed. Tommy Coughlin. No, that's fine. Fenton Corrigan. There's Michael Creed now. Don Crowley. Don Crowley. Tom McCarthy. Sean Cronin. Bobo. Dan Crowley. What did by? Martin Hinnigan. My Bobo by. Martin Hinnigan. Stephen O'Connor. He's coming up. John O'Connor. Raymond Gould. Jock Neville. John Neville, sorry. Noel Scobie Toomey. That's you, Frank. You can't get another one. Come here. Big Jim White. You should see him coming anyway. There he is. Yeah. And last but not least, Noily Kelleher. Better known as Young Rubber. Huh? That's what I'm after saying. It is all. Oh yeah, come here and give it that. I'd just like to present that cake there on behalf of the players.
Thanks, Dennis. I'd now like to call on Tim Keeler to introduce the soccer player for us, and I'd like to call on the chairman of Macroom GA, Peter Creedon, to present the trophies to the soccer team.
And before we get down to the players, I'd just like to endorse everything that already has been said on behalf of the soccer club. Anyway, it's been a great honour again this year to be involved with the senior citizens, and we wish them every success in their scheme that they've coming up. We'd like to thank Matt and Fitzgerald again for the trophies, marvellous job, and for the press for every coverage they've done, Sean McSweeney, Danjo, and in particular Brendan Keneally for the great job he's done. Paul Kingston, the first player. Noel Reardon. Coleman Reardon. The man they call the Nut, Timmy Murphy. Kieran Creed. Kieran Creed. Trevor Shine. Frank McMahon. Liam Healy. Dermot McCarthy. Tony Sheehan. Dan Kelleher. Or Dan Creedon, sorry. Pat Murphy. Connie Foley. JJ Murphy. James Neville. Liam Ahern. Sean Shine Junior. The soccer club manager, Willie Reardon. And the junior manager, Jerry Kelleher.
Again, that's the end of the proceedings for the day. It was a most enjoyable day. I hope you all enjoyed it. We thank you for your support. And all I can say is good evening to you and have a happy new year.